Kelsey's kitchen. Come on in, come on in. And if your belly's got that itching, come on in, come on in. The main ingredient is a pinch of loving, and only the best comes out of Kelsey's oven. Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Welcome to Kelsey's Kitchen. I'm Kelsey Nixon, and this is where we make fast, fun, and affordable meals. One of the greatest things about being in college is college sports, primarily football. And nothing's better than getting together with a group of friends and throwing a great party during the big game. One of the things that I always like to have at my parties is good food, obviously. So I've got 3 amazing, fast, fun, and affordable dishes that you're not going to want to have missing from your next football party. And we also have a special treat later on in the show. We've got the one and the only Curtis Brown coming in from the BYU football team to help us cook up a little something special in the kitchen. So you're going to want to stick around for that. First, let's get started by making this chili cheese dip. Now, what's a great party without a great dip? Well, it's kind of essential. So this is something that fits the bill. First thing we're going to use is some cream cheese. Now, I've let this sit out for about 30 minutes just till it's softened. And the reason is because it's easier to spread once it's softened. But cream cheese it's a nice creamy texture. It has a nice creamy texture that's good in all sorts of dips. This is going in the bottom, and I'm just using one package for this, and I'm using an 8x6 dish. Now you could cook this in several different dishes. You could use a 9x13. If doing so, I would double all of my ingredients. Or you could use a pie plate. A glass pie plate would work good as well. Just want to make sure that the entire bottom gets covered. Okay. Once you've got your cream cheese spread around, we're going to add the next layer, which is some green chilies. Now, I happen to love green chilies, especially in all different types of dips that I make. So I am going to add a whole 4-ounce can of these, but I know lots of people that don't like green chilies. So if you happen to be one of those people, then don't worry about skipping these and maybe substituting them with something else, like a green onion would work, or maybe even jalapeno peppers if you're wanting a little bit of kick into it. So once that's done, I'm going to distribute this chili. It's 1 can, a 15-ounce can of chili, and I am using the jalapeno hot chili because I do like a little bit of heat in my dip. And this is, kind of easier to buy the chili with the jalapeno already in it rather than cutting up a jalapeno pepper. It's actually really good, but you could use, regular chili. There's vegetarian chili. Anything will work. One of the things that's great about this dip is that it's easy to have everything you need on hand to make it, so that if you have guests show up at the last minute or something like that, you can just throw it together in no time. Okay, now that's done, we're going to top this with the most important ingredient, cheese, of course. I have 1 cup of cheddar cheese, and this just goes right over the top of this, and sliced ripe olives. And I like using olives because I like the taste of olives, but I also like the nice contrast in color with the bright yellow cheese and the black olives. And I'm a firm believer in the fact that your food tastes as good as it looks. So we're just going to top these. The last thing we're going to do is stick this in an oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. And if you don't have that much time, you can stick it in the microwave for about 5. Get the same results. Stick this in here. When you're done, your dip will have the cheese bubbling and will be hot and ready to go, and it tastes great. You'll want to stick around. I'm going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're making the classic football food, spicy chicken wings, and it's an incredible recipe. So stick around.
Hello. The job market is a competitive place. In today's economy, extra skills mean a better job for you. Speaking English is the skill you need for greater opportunity, more money, and a brighter future. Introducing Hello Channel, an exciting new television channel that teaches English as you watch TV. There's something for everyone. And the more you watch, the faster you'll learn. All you have to do is say hello.
We know where they've taken her.
In a defining time, amid a noble quest, a bond is forged.
We are here to save the princess.
But the princess is sleeping.
Imagine what a little time can do for your family.
The princess is sleeping.
Oh, sorry. Excuse us. Shh.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Welcome back to Kelsey's Kitchen. Now it's time to make that classic football food, these sweet and spicy wings. And I'm telling you, the recipe's to die for. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to use is a cup of honey. Now, one trick that I always like to remind the viewers is to spray their measuring cups with a little bit of non-stick spray before you put sticky things like peanut butter or honey into your measuring cups, because then most of the honey gets in the bowl rather than staying in the measuring cup. So that's good. Next thing we're adding is a half cup of soy sauce, followed by the key ingredient. Now this is the kicker. This is the Louisiana hot sauce, and this is my favorite kind of hot sauce to use. And if you like a little kick to those wings, I suggest using this. I'm putting 2 tablespoons in this recipe, but if you like your wings particularly hot, add a little bit more. If you don't like very much spice, add a little less. Okay, 2 tablespoons of that. Next, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ketchup, which is always a good ingredient, followed by 2 tablespoons of oil. And last but not least, we're going to chop a clove of garlic. Now, I really like garlic because it's a really easy way to add a lot of flavor to any dish. The way to chop up this garlic is you're actually going to take your knife and just slam down onto that. The skin will peel just right off. Then I'm going to cut off just this end. This kind of has somewhat of a bitter taste that you really don't want in anything you're cooking. Now I'm just going to chop this really fine. And when chopping garlic, the finer that you chop it, the more potent the flavor it is. And we want as much flavor as possible, so I'm really going to try and get this pretty fine. All you need is 1 clove of garlic for this recipe. Garlic's really inexpensive, and like I said, it's just packed with flavor, so it's a good ingredient to keep on hand and to use. A little bit more. There we go. I'm going to take this and throw this in my wing mixture. You know, lots of chicken wing recipes require marinating for a couple of hours or frying the chicken, which, I mean, those are great recipes too, but this is just a nice recipe that's easy to throw together. You can, you know, have the wings in the oven in under 5 minutes, and they taste great. So it's something I recommend. Now make sure you whisk all these ingredients together. The honey will tend to stick to the bottom of the bowl, but if you whisk it real good, you'll have no problem getting it all incorporated. And the honey with that hot sauce, I mean, it's the perfect blend of sweet and spicy. Okay, now that we've got that done, I'm going to move my cutting board right over here and tackle these wings. Now, another thing that's going to add spice to these babies is some pepper, some fresh ground pepper. So make sure you pepper your wings really good. And you know, chicken wings kind of surprised me. They're a lot less inexpensive than I thought ever. I mean, I got 4 pounds of chicken wings for under $5. And I'm just working with 2 pounds today, but that's a steal, man. It's a good deal. Okay, once those are peppered, we're going to take our mixture and just pour it right over our wings. And try to get it as even as possible so that every wing is evenly coated. Great, now once that's on, I like to take a brush and take some of this and just make sure that I've gotten all the crevices, get these as coated as much as possible. Now, one thing I like to do, these are going to bake for 45 minutes in a 350-degree oven. But about 20 minutes into my cooking, I like to open up the oven and do what's called basting, where you do just what I'm doing now. You take your brush and you're just going to take some of this mixture and get it back on these wings. And what that does is it just enhances the flavor and makes the meat just a little bit more tender. So I'd recommend doing that. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Who would have thought chicken wings that easy? We're going to stick these in the oven. Like I said, 45 minutes at 350, then you're ready to go. I'm going to take a quick break, but when I come back, I have got Curtis Brown with me, BYU's best, the one and only, and I'm going to teach him how to make a little caramel popcorn. So I'm going to teach Curtis something, and we're going to see if he can maybe teach me a thing or two. So stick around.
Learn English and have fun.
Welcome back to Kelsey's Kitchen. Now this is